Heaven's Vault, the latest game from British narrative game powerhouse Inco, has finally been released. You may recall how Inco's previous game 80 Days managed to sweep the world thanks to an incredible interactive narrative structure and its strong support on mobile devices. Now, Inco has a new expedition game, one where you navigate interactive conversations like the ones in 80 Days and teach yourself an ancient language to solve an ancient mystery. To mark the game's release, John Ingold and Joseph Humphrey are dropping by the DD Twitch channel to answer your questions about the making of this archaeological mystery experience. You can ask your questions in Twitch chat. I'll just hang out and learn more about the making of Heaven's Vault. And if you do like more chances to chat with notable game developers, be sure to follow the DD Twitch channel. The health of the environment is a key concern, and that's why organizers of FGDC 2019 want to take a quick moment to talk about what's being done to help make it a more sustainable event. In a more sustainable industry, DD 2019 itself kicks off next week at the Moscone Convention Center in San Francisco and promises a full week of learning, networking, and catching up with your friends and colleagues across the game industry, along with all the great opportunities to meet interesting people and intriguing talks. What you will find at is a trained team of event management professionals who are keen to help you all have a great time. They are also committed to putting on shows that have a positive environmental and social impact on the local community and the industry at large. Above all, DD is committed to producing sustainable events fueled by insight, innovation, and collaboration. We are proud of our commitment to having a positive environmental and social impact on both the communities and the industries we work within. Without further ado, here's what organizers are doing to improve the sustainability of DD. Bring your team to DD, register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more HERA. For more details on GDC 2019 visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, OS. Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. What goes into a great tutorial at DD Europe 2016? Those awesome guys, the co-Iberbeats, took to the stage to try and pick apart what's required to make your tutorials great and why so many tutorials end up cluttered with annoying pop-ups, frustrating walls of text, and other things that make people press or skip. It was a quick, light-hearted look at something most developers have to deal with at some point. So if you missed it back in 2016, make sure to make time to watch Purposes Talk for free in the official DD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, THEGDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent game developers conference events, and the service offers even more members-only content for DD Vault subscribers. Those who purchased all access passes to recent events, like DD Vault, already have full access to DD Vault, and interested parties can apply for the individual subscription via DD Vault subscription page. Group subscriptions are also available. Game-related schools and development studios who sign up for DD Vault Studio subscriptions can receive access for their entire office or company by contacting staff via the HGDC Vault Group subscription page. Finally, current subscribers with access issues can contact DD Vault technical support. Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Squeaky Wheel started life as a company in 2015, and with each year that passes, we seem to alternate between having a good year and a bad year. We started out 2016 with a publishing deal and the energy of a new company. 2017 was a tough year at the start since Political Animals had flopped, and we were on the verge of shutting down. The successful launch of Academia School Simulator in late 2017 meant that we were riding high at the start of 2018. We were all set to continue that trend into 2019 until Steam decided to play with its algorithm and wreak havoc on our financial projections. But before we do a deep dive into that whole situation, let's go over what happened in 2018. When we successfully launched Academia School Simulator in 2017, the exhilaration was soon followed by a sobering realization. We had basically committed ourselves to working on this game for the next couple of years. Launching the game usually comes with the catharsis of no longer having to be consumed by that same game afterwards. But with early access you do not get that catharsis. You just kind of keep grinding on. If you do not have a set deadline, the idea of the finish line being endlessly out of reach can certainly be daunting. One solution to this is to break up development in 12 milestones, with each milestone having a set number of specific mechanics that must be finished before you can move on to the next milestone. This way you can beat the completion high that a full game gives you, and you can organize some marketing around the launch of each milestone. We sort of half-assed our alpha tour because I pushed the team into doing it just a month or two before the actual launch. But we'll have a much better planned Alpha 3 being prepared for early 2019. I was pretty down on conventions in 2016, seeing as how we saw very little success with them while promoting Political Animals. Despite the keen interest we saw during the actual events, there's a Gamasutra article detailing this issue with much more clarity. But the TL drive is that people at game conventions are conditioned to be pretty hyped already by virtue of being at the convention. So all of the good vibes you are getting from their playthrough of the game may be legitimate, but it's no way an indication of how good the game is or how well it will sell. This is not to say all of the pre-launch marketing and convention hopping every developer does is pointless. It's just not worked out for us. That said, conventions are good for other things, including team building, morale boosting, developer networking. Shout out to all the cool developers we met and hung out with in 2018. And exploring different markets. We achieved all of those things by going to conventions in Taiwan, Summer Game Show, Japan, Bit Summit, and TGS, Korea, BigFest, and our home convention of X in the Philippines. One of the cool things about being in early access is that you can combine marketing with key sales. We were able to subsidize a lot of our travel costs by selling Steam keys. TGS, Tokyo Game Show, is a terrible show for indies. The way the booths are arranged is super cramped, and the developers next to us ended up unintentionally crowding into our booth space. Most of the people and press going there are going for the big AAA games. Even with the free booth, I would not go back to TGS. Bit Summit in Kyoto is a much better show that is more focused towards indies. Even if the foot traffic is much smaller, it is also self-selecting, and we got way more in terms of Steam key sales there. Kyoto is a much smaller city, and the atmosphere is such that the developers much more freely mingled with each other. Whereas with TGS, there was more obvious segmentation between different devs. The Taipei Summer game show was a bit of a revelation. We mostly went because the booth was free, so cheaping almost did not matter. Taipei is less than 2 hours away from Manila, and can cost less than $100 to fly to. We sold even more Steam keys than we did at Bit Summit, which was a bit of a shock to us. One of the organizers said that the attendees probably do not get a lot of PC games coming into town, so the novelty of having a game that was available on Steam showing its wares helped boost interest in us. Many of the people that not a Steam kid had mentioned that they did heard of the game before, and the fact that the venue was tiny and packed certainly helped get a lot of people in front of our booth. Interestingly,